We're getting closer to the midterm elections and giving all local candidates a chance to tell you why they're running. Here's Patrick Hurton for Red Bluff City Council.
My name is Patrick Hurton, and I am a candidate for the Red Bluff City Council. I've lived in Red Bluff for 33 years. I retired as a sergeant with the California Highway Patrol in 2018, following a 30-year career, most of which was in Red Bluff. I have been a co-pastor at Sunrise Bible Fellowship in Red Bluff for 20 years and a volunteer chaplain with the Tehama County Sheriff's Office for 4 years. My wife, Delora, and I raised our 4 children in Red Bluff, and 2 of them still live here with their families. We have 16 grandchildren, 12 in Red Bluff, 1 in Redding, and 3 in Texas. I am seeking to serve on the Red Bluff City Council for just that purpose, to serve. I recognize that the only way to get the best people on our City Council is to have more candidates to choose from. Therefore, my desire this November is that your choice is a tough one, because you have several well-qualified candidates to choose from. So then, what should tip the scale towards me? First and foremost, my attitude toward government, recognizing that any elected official is a representative of those who elected them. My roles as a CHP sergeant and as a pastor have given me supervisory experience and budget experience, among other things. Both have also given me experience solving problems and working with people, often in difficult situations. Finally, my fondness for our city. Many residents, like my wife, have grown up in Red Bluff. Others, like me, have simply lived here for many years. My desire is to see that we maintain the things we have come to love about our city, all the while working toward making it even better. I know that an affirmative vote is a demonstration of trust, and I will do all I can to uphold your trust. I would be honored to have your vote.
You can find this statement and every other one that's aired at actionnewsnow.com. Just click on the Elections tab.
The Marine Corps Toys for Tots Spaghetti Feed fundraiser is tomorrow at the Elks Lodge in Red Bluff. Head over from 5 to 7 p.m. and bring unwrapped toys worth at least $5, and you'll get 2 free raffle tickets. All proceeds go toward purchasing new unwrapped toys in Tehama County for kids in need.
The Russian government says it will complete repairs to the Crimea Bridge by July 1st.
An explosion last weekend badly damaged the road and rail bridge, a crucial supply route for Russian forces. Russia blames Ukraine and says a driver drove a truck bomb onto the bridge at a time to maximize the damage.
The city of Chico puts 1% of the transient occupancy tax toward art and cultural organizations, and it just awarded $27,000 in grants with that money. That includes $4,000 to the CSU Chico University Foundation, $5,000 for Inspire's Mamma Mia Design Mentorship Project, and $4,400 to Manca for the Connecting Through Art Student Mural Project. Still hot for your Friday, but Jason has a change coming when we come back. Is that with the 245 weather? Can you do 345? Can you do the parade and then your main, just kind of bunch them? 330 or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell me how much I'm going to have.
Yeah, like if you did 330, we'd be just a little light. Okay.
Okay, cool. Mic check, talking, mic check.
Yeah, let's just time Jason like 3:30. It should be fine.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. An annual holiday tradition in Chico is back this weekend after a pandemic hiatus.
Action News Now reporter Chloe Curtis is live along the route. So Chloe, how big of a deal is this event, the Parade of Lights, for the community?
Yeah, Haley and Alan, this is a huge deal for the community. This time tomorrow, volunteers are going to be setting up for the event while families and people of all ages are getting ready to find their spots along the route. And they're expecting a huge turnout this year for the event as well. And that event will be starting around 7:30 and is sure to be a good time with about 60 different floats participating. That includes marching bands and horses. And it's really one of the first times in about 3 years that the community can really celebrate a kickoff to the fall season in this way.
It's a tradition in Chico. This is our 31st year of Parade of Lights in Chico. We are super excited because we're coming back after 2-3 years of pandemic and being closed down. We are bringing everybody together in the community. Our theme this year is unity in community. So we're super excited about that because we want to bring everybody from all walks of life, all backgrounds together to celebrate our existence and our businesses and our nonprofits and our life in Chico.
And again, Azad says the parade will start promptly at 7:30 tomorrow night, so make sure to get your spot before then. He recommends bringing lawn chairs and warm drinks while you enjoy the parade. And with all the floats and people that will be coming out for that event, to make it fun and successful, organizers are still looking for about 10 volunteers, so it's not too late to sign up. You can find a link with more information about that on our website, actionnewsnow.com, under news links. Live in Chico, Chloe Curtis, Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Thank you, Chloe. And keep in mind, Main Street and Broadway will be closed from 2nd Street to 7th Street. Hazel, Chestnut, Normal, and Salem Streets will be closed as well as 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th Street. So just you want to stay out of that area. And Haley, I know that you and Linda Watkins-Bennett, you're going to be judges tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to drag the whole family out there. We're very excited, and my kids are pretty good at judging too. So I'll probably just kind of let them make the big decisions.
You can get their input.
Yeah. We'll let them weigh in. We'll see. And, you know, Jason, it's going to be pretty decent weather. Am I going to need a sweatshirt, though? Maybe backup?
I wouldn't wear one, but I also grew up in Montana, so that's not the most objective opinion. But I don't think it's going to be sweater weather. It's going to be really, really nice for this time of year. The daytime high is still way above average. We're going to be in the upper 80s and lower 90s for a high tomorrow around Chico. Then as the sun gets lower, it will cool down. Lower 80s by 7 p.m., then cooling through the 70s all the way through 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Really nice weather for this time of year. It could be a lot less favorable. So you can see the current temperatures are way above average. Mount Shasta is 78 degrees. It's 90 in Weaverville, 100 degrees right now in Redding after a high of 101. Third straight day of triple-digit heat in Redding, by far the hottest spot in the region. 90 degrees right now in Chico and 83 degrees in Paradise. Most of the valley, though, between 1 and 5 degrees warmer than it was just 24 hours ago. So no clouds outside. You have some right along the coast, some marine layer clouds, but nothing over our area. We've had some areas of haze, and that's really about it. We're going to have a clear sky tonight and a mostly sunny to sunny sky on Saturday with that ridge of high pressure still in control. Then you'll notice Futurecast trying to bring some of the low clouds right up through the valley by Sunday morning. Not impossible, not too likely, but it is a possibility to have some clouds and even some drizzle settling out of that. If it does get this far north, it won't last very long. It's going to push right back down to the south through Sunday afternoon, just in time for the same trough I've been talking about all week to move over the west coast and push into Northern California and Oregon. So by Monday in particular, it will definitely feel more seasonable. We'll have highs about 20 degrees cooler than they've been for the last several days. We'll have a partly to mostly cloudy sky, then decreasing clouds Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday. Unfortunately, still no great chances for the wet weather that we really would welcome. It's just not moist enough for us. We're still going to have to deal with unseasonable dry weather for the short term. So if you want to get outside this coming weekend, do some golfing. Tomorrow is going to be just about as warm as it was today in the morning. Nice and mild for one of those early tee times. Mid to upper 50s around the valley. Quickly warming up to the lower 80s by noon. Upper 80s and lower 90s by mid-afternoon with highs returning to the 90s by the late afternoon hours. And if you want to do some outdoor dining, whether it's lunch or dinner, still looking really good. We're going to have very little wind. We'll have plenty of sunshine. Lower 80s around lunchtime. Lower 90s still for the dinner time hour, but we will start to feel more like October should by Monday and Tuesday. So here's your forecast for Saturday. Sunday, hazy and continued warm for Trinity and Siskiyou counties. Highs in the 80s and lower 90s. Another chilly start in Alturas with a low of 28, but then we rebound with the dry, clear air and very little wind. Expecting a high of 80 degrees tomorrow. 78 in Mineral and 87 degrees for Shingletown. For the Ridge, a mild night with lows in the 50s and lower 60s. Highs mid to upper 70s. Still some lower 80s, hanging on to the 80s for Magalia as well as Paradise. For the Valley, we'll have lows tonight in the seasonable lower 50s, but it will still be unseasonably warm tomorrow afternoon from 90 in Corning to 92 degrees in Las Molinas, 93 in Red Bluff, 95 degrees for Anderson and Redding, and the Chico area. Lows tonight between 50 and 55. Highs return to the upper 80s and lower 90s on Saturday, but it won't be that warm on Sunday. We'll have increasing cloud cover and decreasing temperatures. More 80s across the board for Chico through next Friday. And for the Redding area, mid-90s tomorrow, then 80s Sunday through Tuesday.
Well, it might still feel like summer, but fall is in full swing, and these Asian elephants at the Oregon Zoo in Portland are celebrating with a little pumpkin smashing. It is the annual squishing of the squash, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're eating the squished squash, too. It's the biggest football game of the year in Chico, the 51st Almond Bowl between Chico and Pleasant Valley. We'll take you live there with Sports Director Jenna Fink straight ahead.
Give me 1 sec. Do I look okay? Too bright? Too dark? Okay. I have the light on, so. Better? I can adjust more if needed. Okay.
Pass is complete to number 17, Bravo Curcio.
Yes. We're still about 2 hours from the varsity game kicking off, Haley and Allen, but as you can see, the stands are already.
The 51st Almond Bowl between Chico and Pleasant Valley is finally here.
That's right. Sports Director Jenna Fink is live at Chico High School. Jenna, how is the atmosphere out there? My phone won't stop going off. My whole family's out there behind you. I know it's got to be pretty crazy.
It's always a crazy atmosphere when it's the Almond Bowl, Haley and Allen, and we're still about 2 hours from varsity kicking off. And as you can see, the stands are already pretty packed behind me. A full crowd is expected tonight to cheer on the Vikings and Panthers, and they're in for a great matchup. Tonight's winner, of course, takes home bragging rights, but also a much-needed league victory. PV has lost 3 straight games, including its league opener to Enterprise. Head coach Mark Cooley says the Vikings need to clean up mistakes and improve communication. Now, PV is still banged up at quarterback, so JV call-up Joseph Garcia will start his 2nd straight game. Chico won its league opener against Red Bluff, but are still bouncing back from their 1-4 start. Head coach Jason Alvester says he's happy with his team's progress, but is still looking for the Panthers to take that next step. That could start with running back Dion Coleman. The junior returned from injury last week and should see more snaps tonight. And there will be plenty of excitement off of the field as well. The drawing for the car raffle giveaway will happen at halftime. Over 14,000 tickets sold, raising about $250,000 for both schools' athletic programs. And up in Reading, we also have the 30th River Bowl between Enterprise and Shasta. And the Hornets won last year for the first time since 2014. They'll look to keep bragging rights and the undefeated record. Enterprise has outscored opponents 305-30 behind sophomore quarterback J.J. Johnson, running back Davian Welch, and receiver Holden Matthews. Shasta is 2-4, coming off a 21-10 loss to Foothill. The key for the Wolves: play strong defense and play all 4 quarters. Also tonight, Foothill travels to Red Bluff with a chance to win its 5th straight game, but the Cougars will have to do it without quarterback Davis Smith. He left last week's game with an injury, so it'll be backup Liam Elo under center. Red Bluff is 3-3 after losing to Chico last week. Las Plumas takes on Corning. Both teams looking to start 2-0 in league. Las Plumas quarterback Drake Sahagan rushed for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns last week. Corning has relied on sophomore Colt Daggeret for most of its success on offense. And Calusa is one of 6 undefeated teams left in our section, but Durham hoping to spoil the Red Hawks' perfect season and avoid its 3rd straight loss. The Trojans have managed just 14 points in their last 2 games while giving up 106. Hamilton hosts Trinity, fresh off its walk-off win over Willows. The Braves are 5-1, sitting alongside the 4-2 Wolves at top of the Mid-Valley League. So a lot of great games in our area tonight. We'll have highlights and scores on Under the Lights. It all gets started at 11:15. Live at Chico High School, Jenna Fink. Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Thanks, Jenna. A fun fall tradition that gives back to the community. We'll show you how you can take part.
And coming up new at 6, the big event in store to celebrate Oktoberfest.
Okay. Mic check, mic check. Talking, talking. Mic check, mic check. Let me double check, but I transferred it like an hour ago.
Oh, okay. I just was making sure you knew we were at the top of the show. That was all.
Why are we messing with the prompter in the middle of the show?
There's a problem with closed captioning.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, thank you. That was scary. Oktoberfest festivities continue here at home.
The Paul Bunyan Forest Camp is tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Turtle Bay in Reading. Enjoy adult and family fun with live music, outdoor games, kids crafts, beer, tasty food, and most importantly, the costume contest. All funds go toward Turtle Bay's educational programs and exhibits. Before we think about the weekend weather, though, right now we want to know what we can expect. Of course, Jason, on the football field.
That's right. I'm heading over there right after the 6 o'clock. Jason, like you said, no coat.
Not going to need a coat right now. We're still awfully warm, especially the further north you live. We have temperatures in the 90s and lower triple digits around Shasta County and Tehama County. Further south, not quite that hot, but still way above average. So on average, when we have our kickoffs around the valley this evening, we'll still be in the lower 80s after the sun goes down and upper 70s by halftime. Clear and warm for this time of year. So just enjoy it and travel safe.
That looks pretty perfect. Thanks for joining us. Stay right here. Action News Now at 6 is straight ahead.